Hello students. Today we shall study a poem which presents us with two scenarios, the tiger in the wild and the tiger in the zoo. It is written by Leslie Norris and named A Tiger in the Zoo. The poet asks us to make a call. Which place suits this majestic beast better, the zoo or the wild? Let us talk a little about the poet before we get into the poem. Leslie Norris was a Welsh poet and short story writer born in 1921. His first collection of poetry, Finding Gold, was published in 1967. His poems portray his teaching experience, themes of home and nature. Some of his other books are Phoenix Living Poets series, Ransoms, published in 1970, and Mountains, Polecats and Pheasants, published in 1974. We shall now start with the poem. He stalks in his vivid stripes the few steps of his cage, on paths of velvet quiet, in his quiet rage. The first stanza of the poem shows us the tiger pacing up and down his small cage. There is a regal quietness and rage in the way the tiger walks, since he feels helpless even with all his might and power. The next two stanzas present the ideal habitat for the tiger. He should be resting in the shadows of trees or stealthily moving through the grass. We can imagine him charging after a deer, which has come to the waterside to have a drink. He should be lurking in shadow, sliding through long grass near the waterhole where plump deer pass. He should be snarling around houses at the jungle's edge, baring his white fangs, his claws, terrorizing the village. The poet also encourages the tiger's ferocious side. Perhaps as a fitting reply to his captivity, the tiger should terrorize human beings too. He should venture out the jungle and roam the outskirts of the village, showing his fangs and claws to the villagers. We are again brought back to the sad reality of the tiger. His physical strength is being wasted within the confines of the cage. He cannot sufficiently exercise his limbs and spends his days patrolling the cage and ignoring the visitors. But he is locked in a concrete cell, his strength behind bars, stalking the length of his cage, ignoring visitors. He hears the last voice at night, the patrolling cars, and stares with his brilliant eyes at the brilliant stars. He is restless and sleepless. Hence, he gets to hear the last voice at night and sound of the cars on the streets. His last connection with nature in this urban landscape are the stars in the night sky. They sparkle as brilliantly as his eyes as he stares at them. The poem might also symbolize the condition of human beings trapped in the daily cares of urban life. We have lost touch with nature and with ourselves. With that, we come to the end of today's poem. How do you feel about the poem? We'll leave you to do your own bit of thinking for the time being. See you soon in our recap video.